All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Happy Hour podcast. Of course, I'm Ray. Matt's here with me this week. Of course, Tom Nutty, still inconspicuous by his absence now. He has a lot to do. Of course, summertime. He has kids, all that shit. So
got a lot of those comedy shows.
He's got a lot of comedy shows going on. And let's just get right into it. Of course, on our YouTube live, we right now have it's going to be our fully fermented episode with A Light Divided is going to be coming up. I'm going to probably edit it together on Monday. We went out to Zen West down in Baltimore, and we talked to JC Scott, all the guys from A Light Divided, and that was awesome. Like,
they were fucking great.
Yeah, that
JC has such a powerful voice. I really did not expect that.
Yeah, and of course they're our intro song, Radio Silence by A Light Divided, right here on the Happy Hour podcast. But no, like when we watched their show, like between their light show and them and I mean Scott, and I forgot, I think it was something with I forgot the other bass guitarist's name, but they would take their guitars and they would swing, like they would fling them and they would swing around like between their arms and all that. Like that shit was crazy. You almost hit JC in the back of the head like twice, but it was awesome. They did an amazing job.
They had that coordinated really well.
Yeah. They had a handful of bands that performed beforehand also.
Yeah, they were,
and a couple of those I gave to our cards. So hopefully we'll be able to get some of those bands right here on the show. Of course, we like to use a lot of their songs and all that, on our fully fermented local access spots. But the first band that went on, I still can't get out of my mind the lead singer that went on. And I'm talking about this dude, like totally had like the redneck Hogan going on. Like he was like bald from like here to like here. And then it was long hair. He had long hair like Triple H. And then he had one patch of hair that went across like this. And I think I said when we were there, I was like, it looks like someone dropped a bowl of ramen off of a building and it just landed on his head. And that's the way it positioned onto his head. But when he was headbanging, like he's headbanging, I'm sitting there just waiting for that little strand to just break loose and just I mean, that little piece was still there. Like it was kind of like, how you get a unibrow? It was like a unibrow of hair that like went across. And then,
that's what it is little pieces like moshing in the mosh.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing though. Like, why not just shave that and just have it full bald that going there? But then what he did is when he tied his hair back, some of his hair like pulled over that. And it was like, why didn't you just do that while you were on stage? It looked like you had more hair instead of just this weird patch right there. But no, it was awesome. Of course, A Light Divided, we have a couple of exclusive videos on our Twitter and on social media of them, pranking some of their tour mates, and them pranking them back. So, we shot that footage exclusively for A Light Divided. And when that episode comes out, we recorded, I think, probably at least 80% of their live performance. So you're going to get, almost their whole entire performance. I was right there in the front, shot the video. So you're going to get almost the entire performance that they had at Zen West here in Baltimore on our fully fermented episode. And we're going to start trying to do a lot more TikTok stuff, a lot more TikTok trends, because let's face it, you're not going to go anywhere on TikTok unless you start doing some of those dumbass trends. So I think you were telling me about one that we may try. So I'm going to pick up maybe some Corona like next week or something like that. But you were telling me about one.
Yeah, you're supposed to be able to mix Corona and Di-Serona.
Okay.
Di-Serona. I'm not sure what is Di-Serona? What kind of liqueur is
I don't.
Is it amaretto or?
I think it is kind of like an amaretto.
Okay,
like 100%.
Well, supposedly you're supposed to mix the Corona and the Di-Serona together, and supposedly it makes it taste like Dr. Pepper, which I don't know. I'm interested because I like Dr. Pepper, and I also don't fucking believe it.
Yeah.
Because there's no way it tastes exactly like Dr. Pepper, and that's not really what I'm think it's going to taste like anyway, but it might hint.
I mean, I don't like Corona as it is. And for those of you that are tuning in with us now, we're starting a little bit early. We always start a little bit early. 7:30 is when we officially go live. And then Angel DeLuca, who's our replacement guest for this week, will be joining us more towards 8 o'clock. So she will be joining us right here on YouTube Live around 8 o'clock or so. It was originally supposed to be Ziva Faye, but something got mixed up with dates. Something I don't know.
Yeah.
But we're gonna have to reschedule schedule that. I already told her that's going to have to be probably more towards May, because we are just so crammed trying to get guests on that. Fortunately enough, we have enough PR reps that we work with, and fortunately enough, we have enough people that are waiting to get booked on the show that when someone cancels, unless it's very, very last minute, we can find a replacement guest and have enough time to get a graphic together and, all that stuff. So, very blessed on that end of things that, we have that much popularity that I can literally just pick up the phone and be like, okay, blah, 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 and find someone new. But of course, what I'm going to do real quick is I'm going to get into something. Of course, if anybody knows of the beer brand Peroni reached out to us and they said, hey, we're doing something for Valentine's Day. We're going to send you guys a crate of beer. This was probably about like 3 days ago. Their production company is over in the UK, so it'll probably take a little bit to get here. I have no idea how much a crate of beer actually is. Like, I don't know if that's going to be delivered by like an 18-wheeler, like a crate. Like, I have no idea. But they were like, hey, we have something going on for Valentine's Day. We're going to send you guys a crate of beer. Would you guys be able to plug it for us? And I was just kind of like, yeah, sure. Whatever you guys want, I'll go ahead and shout it out. And let me just find it real quick, and we will cover that for them. I did have it pulled up, but it kind of disappeared.
Yeah, you're too busy.
This is what happens when you go live. And I should have printed it out, but I didn't. And I was like, oh, I'll just leave it on my phone. It's no big deal at all. So let me find this, and we'll tell you guys what's going on with Peroni. So of course, Peroni Nastro Azzurro's announcement comes as the beer brand sets its goal to create consistent and impactful touch points throughout 2023 to target existing and new customers. The primary objective is to provide contextually relevant content that communicate with younger lager drinkers through a relatable but premium moments in their chosen content space. So pretty much what it's going to be is that Peroni is proud to announce its debut partnership with Channel 4 for its popular series First Dates from February 14th in the First Dates Valentine's Day special. So they're going to be teaming up with the show First Dates over on Channel 4. I believe it is in the UK. Yeah, so it says multi-channel partnership will be led by Ashai's UK media agency, Wavemaker UK, and supported across all social media and digital brand platforms. It says Wavemaker UK identified the opportunity for Peroni to pair up with First Dates as a part of its wider strategic planning to drive saliency amongst the young and upmarket audience by associating Peroni key occasions with as relaxing as home, food, and drink. Wavemaker UK aims to drive the brand awareness as well as the content with its premium positioning. So make sure you go over, check out First Dates. They are pairing up with Peroni. So, and of course, once Peroni's here, I'm going to post a TikTok unboxing that crate. So maybe we'll wait until once it gets here, we'll unbox it. Yes, we can do an unboxing, the unboxing of the crate. So, that thing right there. Yeah.
Mr. Wello.
And of course, Mr. Wello. Hello, Mr. Wello. Angel will be joining us closer to 8 o'clock. So we always start a little bit earlier to get the juices flowing. So Angel will be joining us around 8 o'clock. And Jason, what's up, buddy? Of course, I know he commented earlier. Our original start time was supposed to be 4:30, which is when Ziva Faye was scheduled to join us. And that didn't happen, so we had to move to 7:30. But what we're going to do is we're going to get into our featured beers. So Matt, you want to go ahead and say, of course, shout out to Full Tilt Brewing. Our fully fermented episode with Full Tilt is currently airing on our YouTube page. Make sure you go check it out, and it's a part of the Hardcore Legends series.
The one I'm drinking is the Bang Bang. I'm sorry, I don't know if it's on the front and the back, but yes, the Bang Bang, the West Coast Double IPA.
Yeah.
And it's pretty awesome. I mean, I love IPAs, so.
Yeah, and I mean, that's the thing. Of course, the Hardcore Legend series over at Full Tilt Brewing, they are huge professional wrestling fans based off of the legendary WWE Hall of Famer Mick Foley. Of course, this is Cactus Jack. Last week we had the Dudester, which was based off of Dude Love. So this one is an exclusive Bang Bang, brand.
Well, I'm sorry I didn't promote it like that. Jesus, man. I'm like, bang, but Jesus.
But no, like this one, of course, the Dude Store was more fruity. So this is, I think when we tried this last time, this was one of the two favorites I had, which was the Dude Store and this, and then the Mankind one was a little bit darker. So, and of course, we have two more that we're going to have along with that. So here we go. Cheers to everybody at home. We're going to go ahead and get rocking and rolling with that.
I mean, I was already drinking, but
And then while we're at it, of course, shout out the number 6 with cheese. Of course, they sent us some of the Sixer sauce. Make sure you go over, find number 6 with cheese, follow them on social media, order some of their sauce. Of course, they have just the regular sauce and they have the extra spicy sauce. This shit is amazing. It's designed to put onto your fast food, tacos, fries, chicken, whatever it is you get. Go pick some up. These guys are great. They sent us big ass stockpile of this, so I've been using it myself. It's great in Hamburger Helper. So if you eat Hamburger Helper,
that's poor like us.
yeah. If you're poor Baltimore boys like us, you will be eating a lot of Hamburger Helper. So and of course this week we had the Chinese spy balloon, which was flying around. And they shot that bitch down. And like the whole thing is how did you miss a giant balloon? Like this thing wasn't small. Like I feel like that when this thing got shot, like whale blood, like you ever see a whale get blown up on the fucking beach? Like no, I feel like it should have been a balloon like filled up with like guts. And when they shot that bitch, it just fucking exploded guts, like raining guts everywhere. Like something unexpected, like paint or something like that. Like it's a big giant paintball that when this bitch gets, shot, that it just completely goes all over the place. But yeah, I mean, the videos, I don't know if you've seen any of the videos of the jets actually flying through and shooting this bitch down. But it was amazing. Like you just see them swoop in and then you just see it go and slowly goes down. But dude, it's so weird. I wasn't calling it a Chinese spy balloon. I was calling it the TikTok trend balloons.
Oh, yeah.
Because it was the China's sending it over and having it spy. Let's see. America has been dumbed down so much. Let's see what other stupid trends we can think of that these people are going to buy into and believe are real. And that's the thing. Like, of course, TikTok, we have a TikTok. We have been banned from TikTok because of a lot of our content.
Not recently, though.
Not recently. We do have a new, a new TikTok, but our other one, which was starting to gain really good momentum, got banned because they don't like our content. They don't like
vaginas.
Just
don't like vagina.
That's the whole thing is the content that we have, they don't appreciate over on the TikTok, which I thought Facebook was going to plug us before anywhere else, and of course, TikTok is the land of, or Twitter is the land of do whatever the fuck you want. So, I love being able to be on that platform.
I mean, that's honestly, that's why I like Twitter now. It's like, the old days of like the, what's those chat rooms? You used to go in chat rooms on AOL.
Oh yeah. And it was like the fucking wild.
Say some fucking wild shit up in there, man. And you're like, what the fuck, bro?
Could you imagine? And I mean, that's the thing. Like kids of today have no idea. Like, I guarantee you, if you said ASL to a kid right now, they would have no idea what ASL means.
Or DSL.
Yeah.
I know what it means.
And of course, ASL is age, sex, location. You're asking what age are you, what sex are you, and what location are you at, so I can hunt you down and stalk you. That's normal.
I didn't know that, Ray. I didn't know that.
You didn't know that?
I was talking about DSL, like Verizon DSL, the old internet. Like,
I didn't even think that way. I was like, wait,
how are you talking about? ASL, is that how it gets down to that?
Yeah. But I mean, that's the thing.
What's your age and sex, girl? What's up?
Like AIM, it would be like such and such is online, and you'd be like, oh, all right. Well, and then you could just go into random chat rooms and just start fights. I used to like doing it on Facebook. Is that you place a well-placed comment and you let everybody else fight amongst themselves in the comments. I used to love doing that in the AOL chat room. Say something that fires one person up, and they all just go at it.
So that is what an internet troll is, Ray. Is that what you are?
Yes. I was trolling people and
trolling shit back in the day.
Like AIM, you could just create usernames. You didn't even need to have an email associated with it. So like you could have like 30 usernames and just comment as everybody in the chat room on this one person. And like literally, like if you wanted to cyberbully somebody in a chat room, fucking AIM was the way to fucking do it, because there was no way they could ever link who you were through AIM.
We do not condone cyberbullying.
Yes, we do not condone that in the sensitive planet, you know, the cyberbullying that goes down. But no, that's not cool. Don't do that. But no, I mean, dude, there's a lot going on. Of course, Jason in the live feed, he said, "Very cool mug, Ray. Where'd you get it?" One of my groomsmen had got me this mug. I had gotten similar mugs that for all the groomsmen in my wedding, and it says basically the wedding date on the bottom, and it says groom. So all theirs have the wedding date and says groomsmen on the bottom. So that's where the mug came from.
I lost mine. So I'm kidding. I still have it.
No, Blood had his. And like Blood had his for so long that literally I think the handle broke off of it.
Oh,
like
wow.
he literally kept it in he loved his so much he kept it in his truck. And whenever he would go to the bar, he would take it in the bar with him and drink. Because I went to the bar with him before and I was like, dude, is your fucking mug in here? And he's like, yeah. He's like, I keep it in there and in case like I have beer and I need to drink beer. So I don't know whatever happened to it, but you know,
I mean, it is a good sturdy mug. I just
yeah. Dude, you could probably beat somebody a half dozen times with this thing before the handle would break. So I think it came from like, I forgot where the hell they came from.
And you know, the lining of it.
Yeah.
You could probably pour coffee in that bitch.
Oh, yeah. It would definitely hot chocolate, a good like hot chocolate or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I remember when we first got them, like the people put whatever like the paint is that's over it. So here's a good shot of it right here. The paint that like some of it you could still kind of taste on the brim,
taste the paint
when you first got it, and I was just kind of like, whatever. If nothing else kills me, this will, and I'm fine with that. So
you'll get cancer over time, but you won't die right away.
Yeah, I mean, it won't be immediate. It won't be completely immediate. But no, and what we're gonna do real quick is actually since we're rocking and rolling early, Angel DeLuca, of course, sometimes our guests come in early. Angel DeLuca will be joining us around 8:00. We're gonna get into our featured shot, which of course our featured shot, I believe this is the end of our featured shot this week, which is Pinnacle salted caramel vodka. So we will have something else next week. And Matt is very excited about this because he absolutely loves vodka, like just without question.
I drink vodka. It like water. No, I fucking hate vodka.
Yeah. So here we go. So I'm going to go ahead. Pour some of that
can't drink it
to the
does something.
So I'll do that, and then the rest of that might go into yours. If not, if there's a little bit left in there, and I still got room in mine to pour some in there. All right, so that made it about even. All right. So here we go. That finishes that.
That's how much I fucking love.
So there's that, and then what we're gonna do. So there's that, and then cheers. Actually, I feel like it wasn't as bad this time. I don't know if it was because it was at the bottom, like it had a lot more like salted caramel taste. So I think all that was kind of at the bottom. And of course, we're going to be right back here again on YouTube Live next Friday, 7:30 p.m. start time. Our featured guest will be Reese Rideout. So he is a male porn star. Lately, a lot of the male porn stars have been super fucking fun. Brad Newman was awesome. We had a lot of fun with Brad. And everybody watching at home, make sure you subscribe. Sometimes
like, subscribe.
We haven't even gotten into the meat yet. Like we start early just to kind of get our juices flowing and all that. Where for anybody new,
of course, about meat. Seen our guest. Oh man.
Yeah. Oh, dude,
she's a meaty
one. 38. I think it's at 38 M breasts.
Yeah.
Like
that's a lot of breasts.
Like that. That's the kind of thing where you like. That's how I want to die. Like you put like literally like the breasts are like I would be fine with like being suffocated.
What do you do with all those all that meat?
I mean, I can think of a couple of things you can do with those. I mean,
those things are probably like way like a fucking sack of potatoes.
Yeah.
Just drop them on the motherfucker. Jesus Christ.
But no, Angel, she seems like She seems like
She's
awesome.
gonna
Of course,
be-
she
she's
just got
gonna
back
be
in the
fun.
industry, so she's going to be super fun.
Oh, really?
And of course, for anybody new, like I know Mr. Wello commented. For anybody new, our podcast is not like any other podcast. We're not going to ask her 10,000 questions. We're not going to ask her the same fucking questions. How you got into the industry, blah blah blah, this that and another. If that's the case, go watch another podcast. That ain't us. We come on, we play games, we talk about all kinds of weird shit, and we do news articles, which spur out into a lot of funny questions and all that.
Yeah.
We're it's more like a radio show / talk show compared to a regular basic
and sadly,
interview podcast.
If you're here to watch anyone get fucked, that's not gonna happen.
Yeah,
either.
well, I mean, it might. It depends on how drunk me and Matt get at the given time. So, but no, I mean, there's a lot of good stuff coming up. A lot of stuff I don't want to quite yet reveal on what we have coming up, but we got all kinds of good stuff going on. And of course, we have a brand new what the fuck is that food? Now, lately Ray has been making a lot of food. So he tagged me in a couple of things over the last couple of weeks.
What's wrong? Why
I don't know. I mean,
he crippled or something?
No shit. He's in a wheelchair. Like he basically can't move from the neck down. So, but no, what the fuck is that food is back tonight. So we're going to be, I mean, that's not the worst thing we've ever done on this show. So as you elephant fucking beer all over your fucking self, elephant trunk beer all over yourself. But no, what the fuck is that food is back. Of course, we also, once Angel comes in, we're going to have how did we get here, in which we show a horrific injury. And then we try to figure out how did we get here. And last week, what was it? Last week was the guy who it looked like he blew part of his hand off. And it looked like that someone literally took like a chunk of his tattoo and tattooed it there. And we were saying that it was
like
probably
skin graft.
Yeah, like a skin graft from like a dead body. And we're like, that's totally like a gangster. So like part of his hand has killed. Like his hand has killed 14 people.
Yeah, like Al Capone, like on his finger.
Yeah. So like it's like a piece of Al Capone or something like that. So we have a brand new
it's 13. Some shit.
Yeah, a brand new how did we get here? Of course, Ode to Humanity. We will be doing that tonight, which features Incoherent, Cards Against Humanity, and how Never Have I Ever. So those are all randomly drawn cards. We're going to be getting into that with Angel once she's here. But yeah, I mean, definitely click the subscribe button. We're just not even even really getting started yet. This is just a little bonus for you guys right here on YouTube Live. But no, I mean, dude, like it's weird. Like, you ever have like one of those kinds of things where like you completely forget about something? Like, you go to the doctor and like they schedule you like 6 months out, and then like you're sitting there and it's like your appointment for tomorrow, blah blah blah, confirmed now. And you're like, oh, what? Like, because I had all that dental work done with like that crown and all that shit. And like I got a message like on Thursday, blah blah blah, make sure you confirm your dentist appointment for Monday, blah blah blah, this, that, and another. And I was like, what? And I was like, oh shit, that's right. I have a fucking dentist appointment. Like, I've been meaning to take a photo of it, but every time I drive to Philadelphia for work, I see a big billboard for a dentist and it says openyourmouth.com. And I was like, wait a minute. I feel if you put open your mouth into Google, it will pop up something porn, like openyourmouth.com.
Pretty wild.
Sounds like it's a face fucking website. Like literally, like you just see the doctor smiling real big and it says openyourmouth.com. And I'm like, is this a dentist office, or is this like some sort of like cover up for something else very, very vulgar? You just go down, you sit down in a chair.
Like that new shit that they're talking about that they do. Our last guest, the guy, what was he talking about?
Brad Newman.
He's talking about that new trend where like they do that, like, I don't know, zombie sex, or I don't know what the fuck it's called.
Oh yeah.
Where it's like the person pretends to play dead or plays possum or whatever. And you just have your way with them. I feel like that's probably what happens at that dentist office.
Don't worry, I'm not dead. Like, it's almost like the kind of thing like you ever hear like way back in the day, like term Saved by the Bell. The term Saved by the Bell was way back in the day in like the 1800s, early 1900s. Sometimes people want to fully be dead, and they would bury someone and they weren't quite dead, And there were, I think, a handful of instances where like people ended up coming out of the grave because they weren't fully dead. So what they did is some graveyards still to this day have a bell there that are hooked to a rope system. So if they accidentally buried someone that wasn't fully dead, they could pull the rope and it would ring the bell to let people know that they weren't dead. So like, I feel like it's the kind of thing that someone just goes in and like, all right, we're going to fuck this corpse. And then the next thing you know, they start ringing the bell and you're like, oh, all right. I'm like, I wonder if someone would get mad because it's not dead. Like, oh, well, this is alive. Like, I can fuck it alive. Like has like a coroner ever gotten mad because the person wasn't fully dead? And like, they were, because dude, you know how many times people have probably fucking, like Paul Bear, like what is it? Fuck, what the hell are those people called that work at funeral homes or whatever? Morticians. Those morticians have sucked on some nipples or something like that while bodies have been in there. Like, yeah.
You get a fine ass chicken there,
Well, I mean, you remember we talked. We talked about this on the 1 year anniversary episode 2 years ago. Like, you have a freshly dead Anna Nicole Smith that runs in, that they roll in, and it's like she's like freshly dead. It's like, are you sucking that nipple, or are you like? Right. I mean, like that's the whole thing. And it's like, what do you do? Like, you're just sitting. Like, hey, you ever see Bad Boys? Like, it's like the kind of thing, the scene when Martin Lawrence is hiding on the fucking thing and he's zipped up in the bag and the chick's dead and her tits are just flopping back and forth, and he's like, oh, because like the tits are just bouncing while he's being rolled down. And you think of that all the time. You're just kind of like, have these people looked and went, man, this person had an amazing body? Like, I mean, like,
I'm sure they do. There's no way that they don't. Like, it's like,
yeah,
impressive.
It's Tim Allen. Oh, speaking of Tim Allen, did you hear Pamela Anderson release a memoir? And apparently, like, she called Tim Allen out for like fucking flashing his dick at her or whatever. Like, oh my God, like. I feel like that's a very Tim Allen thing to do.
I'm gonna be honest. Who you said it was Pam Anderson?
Yeah.
Come on, dude, lady. Yeah. How many fucking dicks have you got flashed in your face?
That's the thing. Like Pam Anderson. Of course, she had the Pam and Tommy sex video. Someone stole it. Whatever. Blah blah blah. And all that. But it's like, come on, chick. Like, damn well how many people have probably flashed their penises at you.
Right.
Like,
I mean,
she was a sex symbol.
Right.
That's the thing. And it's not like, Tim Allen didn't do it to be a dick. Like, he literally was like, oh, I've seen you naked. Blah, you did it to me. And someone was like, hey, Tim Allen, just does that on set. It's like, we have left the era where you can do stuff like that to be funny. And then later on in life, someone's just like, oh, well, he showed me his penis. It's like, well, it was hilarious then.
Right.
But now it's not as funny. But I mean, I don't know. Like, I mean, I've had parties where like me and my friends have gotten naked.
What needs to happen, man, is like, so it needs to. We need to have like a one time thing where it's a meeting. Like, look, you can't go back and get people for this weird stuff because. But for now on, this moment of time, you flash a penis or anything like this, you're in trouble.
Yeah. That's just what.
You get all your flashing stuff like it grandfathered in.
Yeah,
this new law.
Did you hear that Roseanne won her court stuff?
Really?
And like, she got the rights to the Connors back, and she's doing a stand-up special on February 12th, tomorrow.
Really?
She's doing a stand-up special on Fox, and I'm like, that's gonna be fucking over the top. Roseanne doing a stand-up special after everything that happened. And it's like, people are starting to make a comeback. And like, what is it? Louis C.K. He just sold out Madison Square Garden. Like, so, people are starting to, make somewhat.
I like Louis C.K.
Louis C.K. is the
funny
best
comedian. But I mean, what he did was
sit there and just touch yourself in the back room, like
out his dick and just started going at it. I mean, come on.
Like, I mean, that's just that
good on him though, because I don't think he ever denied it.
Yeah,
right. He was like, yeah, I 100% did that.
He fessed up to it 100%. He's like, yeah, I did it. Whatever. I remember me.
We have video. Like, well, shouldn't you be in trouble for taking video?
When he first came back, I think it was right as COVID was starting to heal up, when like people were able to go back to shows. You still had to wear masks and shit. But I remember we went and seen Louis C.K. at Magooby's Joke House, which is a smaller comedy club here in Maryland. And we saw him at Magooby's. And I remember Louis C.K. made a joke that stood out to me, that he was like, yeah, he's like, I love this whole mask thing because people will sit there and they'll talk to me and they'll say hi and all that stuff. He's like, you know, women who have gotten pissed off at me will say hi to me. He's like, little do they know who's underneath this mask. You know,
Oh,
and it's
yeah,
like,
that's
you know,
funny shit.
and he just made light of the whole situation. And you know,
does
all
their
that shit,
guest have a problem with her?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know. I
or-
think she might just be entering the room or whatever.
Okay.
She's probably trying to figure out her tech or whatever. So of course Jason over in the chat room said she's probably looking down from heaven like, what are you doing to my corpse? I guess that's about the Anna Nicole Smith comment. And then he said, what's you guys' opinion on Ron Jeremy, and do you think he'll get out of prison someday? Man, that dude has so much dementia. I heard on the radio,
I'm pretty sure
his,
he knows he
like,
lives there now.
well, no, like I heard on the radio that his dementia is so bad that he thinks he's shooting a porno. So like every time, like every time the fucking nurses come in, like the dude's so fucked up, he thinks he's shooting a porno. Like, oh yeah, we're here. And hey, yes, Angel, how you doing?
Hello.
How are you?
Good, and yourselves?
Not too bad. Welcome to the Happy Hour podcast. Thank you for filling in and being a last minute guest.
Of course.
You know, people drop out all the time. Unfortunately, we know, enough PR reps where we can be like, hey, our guest dropped out. Can you get us somebody? So Angel, of course, you're just like coming back into the adult film world. You took a little bit of a break. Erica sent us over, a couple of things. Now, when you left compared to when you came back, is there any vast differences that you noticed when you left to now?
Oh boy, oh yes, definitely a huge difference from when I very first started, 14 years ago versus now. I would just say now it's just a whole bunch of just craziness now, more openness to things, more people being represented, less discrimination, So, I mean, I guess that's progress, and that's good. So
yeah, I mean, you look at it and we talk about it all the time. And, our show is, 75%, adult film oriented content. And then, we have other guests, but it's the thing that, me and Matt have been at the very, very, like, we always say that we're like at the deepest part of the ocean and like porn. Like we've seen so much shit with porn that like we're the angler fish swimming around, like just looking for something new that like literally like we're at the era that if you type anything at all into Google and put XXX behind it,
it will be there.
Yeah,
you can put sock puppet XXX, and I guarantee you, sock puppet porn will
definitely
pop up.
Hands down. Yes,
that was my kink, right?
Actually, that's a funny story because me and like some of the other guys, one
I know where this is
one
going.
night coming back from the wrestling show, we were talking about that, and Blood looked at me. He's like, "You ever see sock puppet porn?" And I was like, meanwhile, we're drunk coming back from the strip club. I'm like, Blood, what the fuck are you talking about? But no, like Angel, what do you think in all the years that you've been in the adult industry? Is there anything that you did that you just kind of, looked around and you were like, what the fuck is happening? Like,
to be honest with you, a long time ago, I was shooting and I was having that what the fuck moment during that shoot. So, and not necessarily about being in the adult industry, but more so about just that particular moment. Like, oh, right, I'm working, back to work, focus. So like I totally had a what the fuck moment in an actual scene, and no hate towards him or anything, but like we just have not worked together since.
Okay. Yeah, that happens. I've had that. Of course, anybody who watches the show weekly knows I did professional wrestling for over 20 years. There's been times where I've worked in the ring with guys and I would just kind of be like, I'm never working him again, because it's the kind of thing that's like, hey, he might hurt me or hurt himself, and I don't want to be a part of that. I don't want to get hurt. I'm not in WWE. This isn't how I make a living. So, shit like that happens. Have you ever had it where like you showed up for a scene. Like and I mean, you see a lot more of it now, not like now, because you have so much like online only, studios to where like you show up and like you're like off of a dirt path and it's like this abandoned cabin and they're just kind of like, all right, well now we're gonna film sex, and you're just kind of sitting there like, what? Where am I? Like, why am I here? Like, I wrestled in a church, and I was like, "What the fuck?"
Yes, actually, I wouldn't say when I very first kind of started, like a year-ish in, like 2 years in, I was like, "Oh, maybe I should get an agent," because I guess that's the thing to do. So I was like, "Okay, let me do my research." I did all of it. I was like, "Okay, so we're gonna go with you." So we make a meeting, and he was like, "So you're gonna meet me at, my place of business." And I was like, "Okay, cool. So you have an office? Like, that's nice."
It was in the back of an IHOP, wasn't it?
Office. And so I get there, and mind you, at the time I had lived in Victorville and had to drive all the way to like San Fernando Valley. So it's like a 2.5, 3 hour drive almost.
Holy shit. That's like
with traffic.
City. Yeah.
Yeah. So, I get there and I'm like, I can't seem to find your place. Like, I'm in a neighborhood, so I'm definitely lost because these are houses. So I'm definitely lost. And he goes, "Oh no, you're in the right place. Just look for the house with all the bushes on the outside." Excuse me?
What?
Wait, back up. You want me to do what now? So
please tell me he lived with his mom. Please tell me he lived.
No. So I'm driving around and I'm like, okay, should I just go home? I know I just drove 2.5 hours, but this is sounding a little sketch here. So I was like, you know what though? I just want to see. I drive around and I find this house that literally looks like it's been abandoned for years. There's like grass that's like 5-6 feet tall in front of this house. I mean, like covered the whole yard, not just like a little bit here and there, the whole yard. It literally looked like an abandoned house.
Wow.
So I'm like, I'm not comfortable with walking in there. I just don't feel like I'm at the right place. He's like, "Oh, I'll walk outside and get you." So he walks out and I'm like,
it was Mike Myers, wasn't it? It was Michael Myers.
God, I would have been like, "And I'm out." And he gets out and I was like, "Oh, okay, I guess that's you." So like I was like, I guess I'll go in. Yeah. I go in and we start talking and he's like, "Okay, so this is what I'll do and this and this and this." And then boom, here comes the sketch part. But the only way that I'll make sure that you get the most scenes out of all my girls is if you do scenes with me.
Oh. Wait. How long?
Aren't you an agent? Not talent? Yeah. I mean, I'm pretty sure I know the difference.
Yeah.
And so I was like, I'm gonna go ahead and go. Yeah. Have a nice day.
Yeah, you're like, I'm gonna go. And he's like, "Look, the last girl who denied me, she's still down in the basement.
I know, right?
That's the kind of guy that uses the word cellar. She's still down in the cellar."
Yeah, definitely. And I was like, you know what? The person I was with at the time, I was like texting her and I was like, "Yeah, that's so cool. I know, like that's
Get me the
Can you get in here, please? I think I'm about to get kidnapped." Like,
dialing 911 and putting it on speaker now. And it's like,
so I was like, "I'm out. I'm good. I don't need an agent."
You roll up, it's like the super high grass, an angry man wearing a ski mask staring out the window, like through the blinds, and it's just like,
hello.
Like did he? And here's the thing: did he represent anybody else? Like that's
just it. Is he did? And I was like, "How do girls being with him? Because what?
Have they ever been seen or heard from again? Because I feel like
right? To be honest, I don't know.
Like,
why do you think the grass is so high? That's where they are.
I know that was a very massive concern. The fact that I disappeared into the grass because I'm only 5'5", so I just disappeared. I was just gone.
You became the grass.
Yeah, you know that little emote of Homer backing into the bush. Totally me. I was just gone. I was just like, oh.
You don't know how many times in my life I've used that meme. And then there's another reverse one. So if someone says something I don't like, I like fade back, but then someone will say something else and it'll show me coming back out. Like, okay, I'm back now.
Yeah.
That is like, oh shit. Like, like how can you be an agent? And then it's like, oh, well, meet me at my, the house that looked like it belonged to Charles Manson.
Yeah, exactly. Like I'm about to join a cult and like forcibly. Like
You go in there and he has like, what is it, like a
man.
pentagram on like the floor, and he has like a freshly gutted goat, and he's just like, oh no, don't worry
Like
about all
jars
that.
of food, like nothing in it. But,
Jars
No,
of
right? Just
balls and
preparing.
stuff like that. Yeah.
wow.
You came. Ed Gein was your agent. Was the person who
Pretty
was
much, just pretty much. I was like, yeah, I really don't need an agent. I could do this. I could do this.
Like those casting couches, though. Like,
Oh yeah,
those
definitely.
things I think are legit. I mean, I think it's just like a voyeur type thing.
I mean,
Those things look legit, but this guy seemed like he was.
Oh yeah,
Definitely.
like that's totally a no-go. And of course, we're live right here on YouTube Live, and we have a couple of comments in the live thread. Of course, our good buddy Jason Rushman, he tunes in every single week. He said, "You look so beautiful, Angel," and Splike TV. He said,
no. Let me correct that. His name. Yes, I'm doing this to you, Splykey. It's Splykey. Okay, it is Splykey. He earned that name on his own. So like it's actually Spike, but nah, it's Splykey.
Splykey TV. He said, I would have dipped as soon as I saw the house. And then he said, grass high, beaten up house, mysterious guy lurking at the window. Yeah, peace. Like that's how I would have been. I would have been like, yeah, it's good. But
Yes.
you know what? So you have more balls than any of us because
Hey, like, as a female in the talent industry, we go through a lot of that, unfortunately. Like we come across a lot of sketch guys that are legit, just honestly, just some peeping Tom creeper, some stalker that's like, no, I'm new talent. Like, no, you are not new talent. I'm not. Oh, thank you. I will pass. Thank you.
Right? You know what? They should make it like do a reversal. Like, you know how they pick guys and shit like that. Make him go to a fucking broken down house,
right?
Try out for a fucking porno,
Exactly.
But dudes are like, but yeah, you gotta fuck me to get in. Most guys are like, well, fuck yeah, let's go.
They go, all right, look, we're gonna send you to the house. And what you have to do is you have to fuck the tenants inside. But when you get there, it's a bunch, like it's him, and then it's a bunch of junkies with AIDS, and and like you get there and it's just a bunch of junkies with AIDS, and it's just like, oh, you're here,
just
like,
ruin it, right? I mean,
sorry, you got to pay your toll. You got to get your feet wet,
Yeah,
just gotta get.
That's insane.
Get you in the door.
Like I feel like you should like parody that on like OnlyFans or something like that. Like, just like
no,
that.
see, look, it's an abandoned house, but then you gotta fuck like Freddy Krueger.
And Jason all in sequence.
Just gotta make my way through.
Yeah. Oh,
it's the gauntlet match. That's a horror gauntlet
for another.
I'm fucking my way right through these mass murders.
Oh my god! And then like there's Charles Manson at the very end, just stroking his little like weird beard. Like I'm gonna go last.
I mean,
like,
could you imagine?
Did I not go through enough right now? Did I not suffer enough? Did I not sacrifice enough?
Could you imagine taking Leatherface's chainsaw and just like hitting it doggy style, like
grabbing the? It's funny. We had someone on before that, like with the sex toys that are out. I'm surprised that we've never seen like someone who's configured a chainsaw, but with like dildos, like all like instead of a blade, like it's just like dildos, so, go around like that. Like
you be able to just get like dick slapped constantly because that's what that would be.
Yeah. Like you just beat the shit out of someone with that chainsaw. Just over and over again.
Right. I agree though. I mean, with the toys that are out nowadays, I was just like the most thing I think was like the most for me when I was back then was probably like the Bad Dragon toys.
Yeah.
But now I'm just like, what is that? Oh my god, that terrifies me. What is that? No, get that away from me.
Yeah, right, it's like a fucking claw machine that picks you up and sticks you on a dildo.
Oh yeah, we
shakes you around.
We went to Exotica for the first time in December.
Oh, we had some wild shit
and there was some wild shit. They had Bad Dragon had a whole setup. Like they had like a whole dungeon they were tying someone like a wheel and shit. There was some guy that was flogging people. He flogged me. Like I was like, hey, you want to flog me for the show? He fucking flogged me. Like it was kind of weird. He was kind of a weird guy. Like, but it was still fun.
The Bad Dragons, Doms, we are kind of weird.
Yeah.
So
And since we got onto the dick chainsaw, what I'm going to do, I'm going to get into our first news article for tonight. We go over like weird news articles also, and then we read them, we all react to them, and have all kinds of fun, after that. So the first one is a human penis found behind an Alabama gas station. So it says a human penis was found in the parking lot of an Alabama gas station. It was found shortly before 6 a.m. on Monday at a gas station on Interstate 10 in Mobile, Alabama, according to a local newspaper. It says the Mobile Police Department thinks that it might have been a victim of a deadly motorcycle crash on a nearby highway. So, all right, wait. So you're in a motorcycle crash. How does your dick end up behind a gas?
I'm just thinking that in my mind, my head just went, who did he piss off?
Yeah.
Right. Well, I'm saying it's Monday morning, 6 a.m. I'm already pissed off.
It says Christopher Means, 29, died after losing control of his motorcycle and being hit by multiple vehicles. Oh, fuck. Well, like, is his leg and his arm and like the rest of his body parts behind other gas stations? Like, like dudes hit so hard his dick flies off. Like, I mean, like, holy shit. But
literally a flying dick. Like,
yeah. It says
just the dick was there. That's like, wow.
Nothing else, just a dick. Like, it says the appendage was located at the gas station, but is not related to the murder or an assault. A gas station worker reportedly discovered penis.
Oh, see, that's what I said. 6 a.m. Monday morning.
Yeah,
already having a bad day.
That's a bad day. I'm gonna call my mom. Mom, I'm having a bad week already.
At least they didn't have like grass 6 feet high. Like, at least they were able to find. Like I mean, when you find the dick, like, are you obligated to pick it up and just instantly wave it back and forth? Like, I mean, like, kind of like,
hey, look, like.
Hey, it's John.
I found a penis.
Look, I found a dick. Look at this. Like, should we call him?
There's gonna be one motherfucker.
Oh yeah, definitely.
So that's
they put it on their face like it's a mustache and shit.
So, Angel, let's lay it out like this. You're working at a gas station. You just happen, like, you're outside, whatever, looking around, and you just, there it is, just a dick. No balls, just a dick. Laying it like when I picture like a dick with the balls. Like, it has to be like the whole thing.
Right? Like the whole thing.
Yeah.
I would assume so.
Yeah, but you just sit there and you just see a dick just laying behind the store. Like, at that point, what's your first thought that goes through your mind? You're like, is this really a dick? Like, what is this?
So either I'm completely losing my mind or I just found a dick and balls behind the trash can at work. That would be me on the phone with someone, because I would feel like I was like, no, God, no, please. It would just be an absolute, like, I feel like I'd be an absolute shock, to be honest, to find a dick and balls behind a trash can.
Well, I mean, imagine this. Like, and if you watch the show or if you knew anything about it, like, he had a bunch of like weird odd jobs. Imagine if John Dahmer found that dick behind the gas station. Like, he's working at the gas station. Like, he's going back in and getting a hot dog roll. Like, that's what's happening. Like, you said, just sit there and you're like, John, what are you doing? What do you mean? I'm sitting back here eating a hot dog. Like, what? Like you don't want Dahmer to host like the neighborhood barbecue. Like,
no, thank you.
We want some wieners on the grill. Like, what's the issue here? Like, like, why?
Found this one at a gas station. Oh man.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Here, is there any follow-up to that? So here, let's see. So I said, when police did not explain how the appendage arrived at the gas station, local reports say that surveillance video appeared to show it fall from a truck that had stopped to get fuel. Wait.
This is getting very interesting here.
How did it fall from a truck that had stopped to get fuel? So is this dude driving around with a truck bed filled with dicks? Like,
or did he hit the guy and it attached?
Did it? On impact, he lost his dick.
He hit the guy so hard, his dick was like a rocket into the bed of his truck.
Oh my God.
Or maybe he was like dragging the guy by his dick and like the dick popped off.
Dude, you know,
I gotta let this out of here. It just opens up.
Remember, I don't go. They still make them, but remember the balls that are on the back?
The balls that hang from the bottom?
Yeah. They're like, hey man, I see you just put a set of balls on there. I'm like, yeah, those ones are real, buddy. Like,
These are made of not steel, but they're good.
Yeah.
I can't find the dick though, somewhere around here.
Jesus. So, Angel, welcome to the Happy Hour Pod.
Thank you for having me.
Our show goes, as I said, we don't ask the same basic, questions most other shows do. We just come on, we like to have a good time. So let's see. So the YouTube stream is kind of popping around or whatever, and someone, what was it? Splikey said that's a bad way to start the day.
Oh God, yeah, it is.
Yeah, like just imagine that. Like, you just like, I don't know if it's a bad way to start the day if you're the person who lost the dick or the person who found the dick. Like, I'm
pretty sure.
I mean, it depends if he lost it before or after he, was conscious or not.
Yeah, like, I mean,
I'm pretty sure he's gone.
Like, I kind of feel like, I kind of feel like I need more details. Like how long was the dick? What, like was it veiny? What color was the dick? I need to know. Like, when I'm reading this, I need to picture in my head what exactly this dick looks like. Like, if you were to write it down, like what would the dick be like if you were to just down?
Could you imagine being the police officer writing down the report? Veiny.
The cop put it in Evan's bag.
Yeah.
Pick up the dick.
Picking up the dick. Oh,
damn it, this dick is too big for this bag.
Sir, can you describe the cock for me? It's like vascular,
Yeah.
average size,
So, Angel, of course,
detached.
have you ever done any roles where you have been a police officer in any of your movies? Have you ever put it this way? What costume, like what characters have you been in your movies?
Oh boy. Well, technically, I mean, I've been an angel and a bad angel in my latest comeback scene. But typically I either play like the unknowing, kind of ditzy, oh my God, don't know what I'm doing type of character.
They're my favorite.
As far as like cosplaying or anything like that, it's more personal stuff that I've never done professional, but like Poison Ivy, when I had actual red hair, nice. Jessica Rabbit, I have done like foxes, cats, other assortments of things. So kind of all over the place.
You play the innocent one. No, I don't know why this dildo's behind me.
No, unfortunately, I can't really pass off as innocent too much. Everyone automatically assumes I'm guilty of something. So it doesn't really work for me as the innocent one.
Yeah. Now with everything,
wait, you've done this before.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Wait a minute.
You have lied to me, ma'am.
Now with everything, of course, there's a porn parody out there for everything, and every so often on our show we do porn parody comparisons, where we show a photo and then we show what the porn parody version of it looks like. Have you done any porn parodies? And if you haven't, which ones would you want to do? Is there anything that jumps out to you?
I have not, unfortunately, but it would have to be anything that involves like a Marvel type of comic book film of any sorts of that. I would be all for that. Playing like Wonder Woman or any of the like super just like hero type of thing with a civilian though, but not like with another superhero.
Okay, that makes sense. Kind of like Batman and Joker, or Superman and Lex Luthor. Something like that.
So not with the civilians? I was like,
no, with another superhero. So I would be the superhero, and I would be more like a not so good superhero. I'd be like an anti-superhero,
like The Boys.
Yes, absolutely. Yes.
I was just getting ready to say they need to do a boys porn parody, and
I'd be so down.
Oh man,
I would go for Starlight. I would dye my hair blonde.
Like, I don't know, like it's funny because they're on season 4 of that. Like that show, literally, like I just read something last week that they said that there's a scene that they shot that is the most vulgar, over the top scene that they've ever recorded in the history of the show. And I'm like, how the fuck do you beat the small guy in the dick, or beat Herogasm, or anything like any of the other shit they've done? How do you top that?
Right? Like how, because Herogasm was like,
yeah.
Like you would shot. I'm pretty sure a lot of porn people were like,
Yeah, especially the dude with the anaconda dick that like just kept on floating. Like, imagine if that dude's dick was found behind a gas station. Like, that's literally like the sequel to an anaconda movie. Like,
yeah, exactly.
like,
Very different type of movie, but still nonetheless,
yeah.
movie.
And it's funny because Spliky, he said funny that his next question was how long it was, because if it was a big dick, man, then he would feel sorry for him. That's a loss. And then he said, so it wouldn't be the boys, it would be the ladies. Like, so that's good. I like that. Yeah.
Yes.
And it's funny you should say Starlight. I think that that's a great character for you
because she's so innocent. Yeah.
Well,
Starlight,
not just innocent, like your massive breasts that you have.
Yeah.
That could be like you just take off your top and like it's just a blinding light.
Exactly.
Like Starlight. And it's just like, oh.
I would even go for and be Homelander too, but like I would just be like the female version because like I can totally be such an asshole.
If you could fuck any character in that show, who would it be?
I'd have to probably go with Starlight, actually.
Yeah.
Nope. Sorry, I take that back. I cannot think of her name. The one that Homelander like captures, and she's another superhero.
Maeve. The Wonder Woman.
Yes. I was like, what is her name? It's like on the tip of my tongue.
Yeah.
I can see Maeve, like because Maeve's like a tough woman, and
you want to
really good.
Hook up with the Deep and his octopus friend, like
I mean, to each their own, but I think I'd pass on that.
That scene with him and the octopus, like I looked over at my wife, and my wife was like, and I'm just going, I mean, he's the Deep.
It makes sense. I mean,
Deep in that octopus right now.
When he tries to get his wife, though, his fake wife, to like do a threesome with
It's just reaching over. He's like, she wants you to do it. And it's just like, wait, what? I don't understand how this octopus wants me to engage.
He's got 8 arms. I mean, that sounds like a good time.
Wait, wasn't it a girl octopus though?
I think so. Yeah. What the hell was its name? It had like a very distinct name. I forgot. What the hell was it? All right, you know what? I need to know now. So hold on. Let me look real quick. So let's see. So
Google it for you.
Octopus name the boys. Okay, so let's see. Timothy. It was Timothy. Timothy the octopus. That's what it was.
It was not a girl.
Yeah. So it wasn't a girl because I remember he was like, "You're upsetting Timothy."
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
My
yes,
God.
I remember that.
That's the best.
I think a parody needs to be done of the Herogasm.
Oh, that would be amazing.
Like, I feel like that comedy, but like that sex behind it, like it would just be like a great combination.
Yeah, it makes me sad that the one dude missed Herogasm. Like the other guy who's with Butcher and I forgot the black guy's name. Because remember he was like off, like, you know, he had to get back and do stuff for like that Russian chick or whatever, and he had Herogasm. And he always talked about Herogasm, and it's like he was the one who missed it. Like it's
the one that wanted it the most.
And what we're gonna do is we're gonna get into another news article, and this one says it's very risky. Hold on, what is this right here? How do I get away from that? No thanks. Go back to browsing. All right, so it says it's very risky. People with a fetish for going inside of inflatable pool toys. What?
Okay, wait, say that again.
It says it's very risky. The people with a fetish for being inside inflatable pool toys.
Are they going in there and getting banged?
Like
it says, I think it's our nature to feel calm when held tightly. My theory is that it's possibly from our time in the womb. Wait, what the fuck are we?
Like they're going inside of like inflatable pool toys, like a room?
Yes. And it says for almost 30 years, a young man had a vision to get inside of an inflated whale pool toy. In a video taken in 2003, you can see him finally succeed. Set on the dulcet tones to Tina Turner's What's Love Got to Do with It, our hero is first seen lying beached on his bed, fully ensconced in an Intex brand whale pool toy. He pushes himself backwards off the bed with his puppy fins and stands on the tail, vigorously upright, straining with a tube in his mouth to keep air pressure in the... Oh, shit. There is a fucking video.
Okay.
All right, hold on. Let's so we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna hit that. So all right, so it says this is where it all started with an idea that first came about in 1985 to fit into a whale and attempts to make a more complex suit with a belly zipper several times in the 1990s. Finally, more symbolized attempt was successful in 2003, shown here. Oh
no.
God, what?
The Adventures of Whale Man.
The Adventures of
viral
Whale Man.
and possibly could be in the early aughts. He told that it was featured on MTV's Ridiculousness, Tosh.0, and Comedy Central Attack of the Show. But in the moment, he was simply overcome with expected joy. So imagine this, like you show up to that house for this agent and you go in and Tina Turner's What Love Got to Do with It, and he's inside of a whale just blowing as hard as he can into this whale to stay inflated.
So you ready to shoot this thing or what, babe?
You ready to shoot this film? Like, yeah.
All I pictured though was him in that suit and like kind of going through the grass like little waves.
Yeah. There you go.
Oh my God. It says, I had no idea how good it was going to feel so good, Whale Man told me. He requested to be cited as Whale Man for this article, having adopted the title of the viral YouTube video to his own pseudonym. There was a whole new aspect of pressure and it just felt so good. Like the world's best hug, a very calming effect. I think it is in our nature to feel calm when tightly held. My theory is possibly it's from our time in the womb. That's where that quote came from. I feel like that they need to make sure this guy does not have guns. Like
I feel like he needed to get hugged more from his mom.
Oh, hold on. Inflatable fetishes are all over the internet, awfully popping up as a subset of other kinks. Perhaps the most commonly, they're looners, people with an erotic interest in balloons, popping them, humping them, or watching someone else do either. Lunar content is a huge category in the porn industry. I never.
Yes, it is. Actually, I've done a balloon popping video.
Okay, yeah, I see. That's the first time I've ever heard that term.
It's actually like super huge in the industry.
Oh, okay. It says
I don't know, but now I'm interested.
Like for me, like I would pop with my boobs or with my butt, like sitting on it or like just smashing it, like no hands allowed. You can't use sharp objects. You have to use like your body in order to pop it, and like you can squeeze it between your thighs, stuff like that.
Nice. And it says that the people that enjoy that are awfully called balloonies. They're called balloonies. And
yes.
I have come across,
it's just a bunch of like
another video
clowns sitting around on like OnlyFans, just like, oh yeah, pop that balloon, baby.
Oh my God, I've seen this like couch lounge pool toy.
Yeah. What is that? Like
it's so that his ladies can sit on his face a lot easier.
Like laying inside this, but like there's a hole there. Like
someone to sit on his face.
Yes, dude, I love that.
See,
that
like,
no, here's my thing.
How much is it? How much is it? Can I get it on Amazon?
What happens the shit in that hole and you can't quickly escape? Like you're just trapped. You're trapped in this inflatable couch.
Well, my friend, that's a whole different kink, okay?
That's a whole different kink.
That's a whole nother level there.
One kink at a time, brother. One kink at a time.
Oh my God! Wait, what? All right. What the fuck is this? All right, hold on.
What is that shit?
This thing is loaded with videos. All right, so what is this? So,
what? Oh my God!
Wait, is that a full-grown adult right there?
I'm hoping
that is a full-grown adult.
Okay.
Even though it has baby.
I mean,
you know.
Each their own.
What is going on?
In this case, whatever floats your floaty there, because.
Whatever floats your float.
There's the episode right there.
Oh my God in heaven.
I don't know. I do want that couch though. Kind of
He's like, let's go back to that couch though. Let's talk about that.
Yeah, let's talk about this couch. Matt's like, I want to be inside this couch and I want sex to happen on this clear inflatable couch while I'm inside of it.
I just want someone to sit on my face. I'm like,
exactly. That's like a perfect. That's like, did you just achievement unlocked moment?
Yes.
Right,
yes.
There we go. Achievement unlocked. Like I'm just underneath the couch. You can watch Netflix or whatever.
Yeah,
the whole
Netflix,
time.
Matt's gonna Netflix and chill while he's sweating to death. So, I once had an inflatable dinosaur costume that I had for Halloween.
Oh,
and you remember it? I could only wear it in 15-minute intervals because I would sweat so bad. I couldn't eat. I couldn't drink. I was trapped inside this 8-foot dinosaur inflatable costume. I can't imagine what it's like to be inside of one of those. Like,
I mean, if I'm trapped,
thank you.
Someone sitting on my face, I have a minute at that point.
Yeah.
You would be a bit distracted, but you also, I think, would be a lack of air there too. Just like a little bit.
Yeah.
Maybe not such a good idea.
And Splakey said, he said, LOL. He said, Free Willy the Squirt Show. And he said there are also people with nose fetishes.
Yeah. There's people. We can, if you name something that at the top of your head, I can guarantee you it's a fetish. Like seriously.
Yeah, like earlobe. I guarantee you there's an earlobe fetish.
Someone used to have a fetish with my elbows.
Oh.
Someone used to have a fetish with my fangs because I have actual fangs, like they're mine. There's people obsessed with those. Like there's people obsessed with the skin specifically between the boobs. Like it's the weird trust. There is a fetish for everything.
Can you scratch some of that off and ship it to me in an envelope? I want to have it for when I go inside my inflatable. I'm going to put it in there and inflate it around.
There's still probably hands down weirdest fetish I have ever had presented to me. And it was when I was a cam model. I mean, I'm still a cam model, but like when I was full-time back in the day, oh my God. So I used to have this guy he was a weirdo, whatever. I attract weirdos because I'm a weirdo. So it's fine.
Yeah.
You know, I get that vibe. I get that energy. It's all cool. So, you know, he just kind of went a little past that line though. Like a hop, skip, a jump, and like a yacht ride around the yard, you know? And he goes, so like, can I buy you 100 chicken wings and you eat all of it and clean it, like so that it's just the bone and then, you know, you fuck yourself with it after? And I said, excuse me, can you repeat yourself? You say what? No, I cannot do that. That's absolutely not. So he goes, okay, I guess that was too far. How about
a turkey?
You go outside and you go and you play with the freaking lawnmower and mow the lawn to piss off the garden gnomes and then have sex with the garden gnomes to make up for it. Dead serious. Dead serious.
Did you do it?
Did I do it?
Did you fuck the garden gnome? I wouldn't know.
I didn't have a yard or lawnmower or garden gnomes.
She's like in a freshly cut grass. There's 6 garden gnomes.
No, it's gotta be 7. It's gotta be 7.
Yes. It's gotta be 7. It's just like, all right, gnomes.
And then there's actually guys who have fetishes for like bubble gum. I used to have a guy who you know that big league bubble gum? Like that the little
chew.
Yes, there it is. Yes. So he would like buy big amounts of it for me off of Amazon. And I'd take an entire pack and put it all in my mouth and chew. And like it was like the weirdest thing, and blowing bubbles with it. That's all we would do in private for like 2 hours. I have an amazing jaw endurance.
You do now. Yeah. I mean, big league chew ain't no joke, man. Whole bag of it? I commend you for that.
Oh my God. And of course our live stream when we showed the video of the guy in the inflatable, Spike, he said, "Please God, tell me that's not an adult." He said, "I know we don't kink shame, but I'm judging like a Catholic." And then he said, "What you're saying is that you were a vampire. That explains a lot." He says that as he calls the Winchester brothers. And then our buddy Jason said, "Have you done any movies for Kink Angel?"
I have not. I've been asked multiple times by tons of fans because I'm actually a dummy. So like, and I have been for, I think like 12 years now.
Okay.
So I just don't think that I'm a different kind of dom.
Yeah.
I'm not your typical dom of what you would think of your stereotypical dom. I'm not that. I'm like super, super, super nice. And I'm very, very confusing to you. And then when you fuck up, all of a sudden I grow horns that came out of nowhere, you know?
Everything just changes. Like just
yeah. I literally can be like, excuse me.
So hold on. Do you ever make them do a task that you know they can't achieve just so you can?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Hands down, yes. Like yes, because that's part of being a dom is to be able to just control somebody else. And like me as a dom, I get off on telling others what to do because as most of my friends and family have told me, I'm a control freak. I'm a dom. It's fine. I get it. I'm okay with it. So, you know, I get off on like telling someone what to do. And then like, I'll purposely pick something that I know is not one of my guys' things and be like, if you don't do it, then I'm just going to go ahead and ignore you now until you do it. Oh, you're not going to? Okay. I'm not going to talk to you. Literally. And give them like 2 minutes, if that. And all of a sudden it's getting done. And it's just like,
you kind of sound like
good job.
You don't do this, and I'm not going to talk to you.
Yeah,
son of a bitch.
I know. For a normal guy, they'd be like, okay.
And Angel, what we're going to do real quick, we're halfway through. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to play some ads from some of our friends,
all
and
right.
then when we come back, we're going to get into our game segment, which is
all right, sounds good.
Part of our show. So for those of you on YouTube Live, we're going to go ahead and take a quick 3 to 4 minute break, and then we're going to be right back here live on YouTube Live with Angel DeLuca right here on the Happy Hour podcast.
Hi, this is Doug Bradley, Pinhead from the Hellraiser movies, and you are listening to the Happy Hour podcast, and you'd better keep listening or I will tear your soul apart.
Well, because I come out of the house and I just do this every fucking winter, all winter long. And then she's like, stop doing that. The neighbors think you're flipping them off. And I'm like, no, I'm flipping off the fucking season because I hate winter. Big mistake. The squirrel off the thing and collided headfirst into the dash. It drops on the floor, and I did not know, I swear to you, until this point in my life, I didn't know they made noise. It's on the floor, its tail's pushed out, and it's and I'm like, screaming. Point this out now, you're not supposed to judge people. I get that, all right? I understand. That's wrong. You don't make assumptions. Right? But I saw a woman last week leaving Costco with an economy-sized jar of peanut butter, getting in her car with a black lab, driving home, and I was like, I think I know her relationship status.
There's a story there.
Yeah. Pretty confident. I know.
Don't say, oh, you're the one who knew what he was talking about.
Yeah, you know. You don't use chunky, it makes them nip.
Oh.
Okay? Not that I'm talking from personal experience or anything. I just actually read this. It's true. Google it. Okay? The human anus can stretch 8 inches.
Okay.
Just want to let you know that.
Wow.
Okay? So the next time you're in yoga class and Carol's beside you, just like, I'm just not that flexible. Go, I think you're underestimating yourself, Carol. I think you're capable of a lot more than you could ever possibly imagine. Dare to dream, Carol. Dare to dream.
Approximately 27 members of the Hell's Gate cult have been arrested for arson. Authorities suspect that this group of religious extremists are responsible for the large string of residential fires that have been plaguing Miami-Dade County. The Hell's Gate followers aim to achieve the next level of human evolution by summoning demons through their depraved sexual rituals. These demons then take possession of their bodies, opening a direct gate to hell.
Hello, my name is Bubba Almany. I am a bodyguard who has been in the security industry for over a decade. My team and I offer a variety of security services that cover all aspects of security operations. We have secured some of the highest profile clients and largest events in the world. Should your situation require armed protection, we have the ability to carry in all 50 states and U.S. territories. Not only do we have the latest security equipment, we also have world-class training. We look forward to assisting all of your security needs by bringing you the finest and most dedicated security personnel available. From the Office of the President of the United States to local county and state dignitaries, my tactical dignitary protection officers are the tip of the spear in this extremely competitive industry. Let my highly trained staff protect the asset today. We can be contacted via the email and number below. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Emma Rose, and you're watching Happy Hour Podcast.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's the Happy Hour Podcast. Of course, we're right here on YouTube Live. Angel DeLuca is our guest, and those were our ads. So, of course, a quick shout out to Al Snow, former WWE superstar. I've been on numerous shows with Al Snow. Al Snow has been a guest right here on the show. Bubba Almany, of course, and Team Skeet, who we've done a bunch of stuff with, before in the past. So, Angel, what we're going to do, we're going to get into our
Game segment.
Ode to Humanity segment. So we're going to play a series of games. We do it every single episode. And the first one is Never Have I Ever, which we drew 3 random cards out of the deck. And then we're going to do Never Have I Ever. And if you've done it, if you feel like you want to say something, feel free. If not, then, if we've done it, we'll raise our hand or whatever. So,
Or we'll
Excuse me. Time's out.
Yeah.
It's probably going to be a shock to you, but I've never played.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
So what are the rules?
So the rules is I'm going to say a card. I'm going to say Never have I ever whatever. And if you've done it, you raise your hand. If you don't, you just keep your hand out.
Or you drink.
Yeah, or you drink. So if you want to give an explanation on if you've done it, how that happened, that's cool. If not, we're not going to hate you for it. So the first one is Never have I ever had sex on the first date. Oh, I have not done that. I've had one night stands and all that, but I've never had sex on the first date.
Counts. No,
one
night stands.
I don't know. Would that?
Yes, one night stands totally counts because it started off as a date.
Yeah.
Like, did you do an activity beforehand?
That makes sense. Yes.
Yeah.
I've
done it, and I never spoke to them again.
All right.
Explanation for me?
Yeah.
I think it was a long time ago, back in shortly after high school or during high school. I don't remember.
Yeah.
But it was, come on, it was.
I don't remember. I've done too much weed since then. I don't remember it.
We're also talking about like 20 years ago, dude. So I definitely did.
All right. So one night stands will count. All right. So and this is going to be fun. Never have I ever sharded.
Thank God, no.
I have sharded.
Okay, I need an explanation behind that, sir.
So of course I did pro wrestling for many years.
You sharded in the ring.
And I've told this story before on a podcast. One of my good best friends, he was my tag partner, one of my rivals for the longest time, Blood. We had a hardcore match and he picked me up. And every time I wrestled him, we would always be like, he would always do something that would amuse him. He picked me up and slammed me as hard as he could on the concrete floor.
And you sharded.
And I didn't realize that it happened at the time. And then I was in the back and I was changing. And I was like, what smells like shit? And I had realized that he slammed me so hard. I had slightly shit when I got slammed. And that same night, I had to leave right from the show and drive 3 hours to the ocean. So
he dropped you on your colon.
Yes.
That's what you're
he slammed me so hard.
I knew that was possible.
Yes. Actually, that's funny because that happens. Like there was a time Steve Austin, he had that happen. He was sick and he got slammed in the
sick,
ring and he shit himself.
I
And
mean, he at least had an excuse.
yeah.
Come on, right?
But yeah, so that's that one. So,
Okay, moving on.
so Matt, do you want to read the last one?
Okay. All right. Last one is never have I ever spent more money partying than rent in 1 month. Ooh.
I have. I won as much as we would go out and drink. I 1000% have done that.
Oh,
at least 30 or 40 times. At least, like it. Yeah, no way it hasn't happened. Like,
yeah, no, it happened to me in Vegas.
Yeah.
Oh, that's where it happens always, isn't it?
Yeah.
Always.
See, that's the thing. Like, I think I've spent more money partying in a night than what I pay in rent a month. and it's funny because Spike raised his hand or whatever, you know, for each one, like he put it up, and then he said, I'm not sure what the first one was, but he said guilty for the first one. I think that was it was the one night stand. So he said, record one night stand does count, and he said, well, hot dog, I need to take a shot after hearing that. And then he said, what did we learn? Do not eat before a match.
Yeah.
And he said women have that effect. Like, yeah, I feel like there's been nights where like we went and we wrestled a wrestling show, and we would like a lot of times we would book our wrestling shows around like if there was a featured dancer at a strip club in that town, and we'd be like, we'd go to the promoter and be like, hey, do you need any extra guys? And they'd be like, yeah, sure, whatever. We'd be like, you mind if we're the first match? And then that way we could go out, wrestle our match, and then go right to the strip club and drink till like 4 or 5 in the morning, and then drive home. So not that I encourage anybody to drive home after drinking at the strip club for many hours. Do not do that.
So here's the thing with spending rent money in one, or I have done that at plenty of strip clubs. The thing is, I'm a very picky tipper. I know it sounds terrible.
I get that.
Tip everyone, but like specifically, I'm the guy kind of like I don't sit the front row, kind of sit a little bit away from the stage or whatever. So if you come out, you know, you make the effort. Like when I do tip, it's normally 5s or 20s, you know?
Yeah.
I don't tip like the typical ones and shit like that. Because when you're in front of stage, it's like, oh, you're just throwing out dollar bills. But if you're gonna venture out, you're gonna make the effort. I will tip you good.
Yeah, well, I mean, I understand that because we had a table that we called it. It's a local strip club here called Christina's. When we were wrestle, we called ourselves, our tag team name was the War Pigs. So what we had at Christina's was the War Pigs table, which was kind of in the back corner. So if you wanted a tip, you had to take a walk. Like that's the thing. Like you had to like come over to the table and you know come over and that table. That table's still there to this day. The War Pigs table.
I tip good for the effort. You know, you're gonna walk back.
Yeah.
I gotta give you money. I mean, it's not fair.
All right, so that will conclude Never Have I Ever. So the next game, this is actually a game that we do, very popular. Well, actually coming up on June 9th, 6/9, we will be hosting our second annual TheHHPod Rumble. That is when we invite back 30 former guests and we do it in a Royal Rumble style elimination playing this game, and each person gets eliminated and the last person standing will be declared the TheHHPod Rumble winner, and we will send them an authentic custom championship belt. Last year's winner was Johnny Good Luck. He's the TheHHPod champion. He's coming back this year. We're going to be doing that on 6/9. We're still working out details and guests and all that stuff, but this is the game that we played. It's called Incoherent. So have you ever heard of Incoherent?
No.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show a series of cards up on the screen, and they're going to be in drunken lingo, and you need to try to sound them out and figure out what they say. There's a couple of hints on the back, and some people bomb at this really bad, or they get them like that. So
shit. All right, let's do this.
All right, so here is the first card.
Yeah, that's a tough one too. I don't know if I can get that one.
Yeah. What do you think that says?
Oh my God, let's see here.
one of the hints is a winner mentality.
Oh my God, I have absolutely like no clue.
Yeah, a good way to do it is say it out loud really fast, but kind of also with a Southern accent.
With a Southern accent?
Yeah,
It's like,
yeah,
what?
yeah.
Taking my Kujamba?
Sometimes you end up saying it without realizing that you're
I
saying
think I said something, I heard something, but like
it. And the hints throw you off so bad
it
sometimes.
really did. That threw me off completely because that's not where my brain was.
The second hint was having a winner's mentality, no matter how big the obstacle. Now I will give you.
Duncan like
Yeah.
Duncan like what
You
is
have
the last
like
word?
A. So it's blank blank like A. So you have the like A part. Yeah. A lot of times somebody can say this, like, you know, let's say if
I feel like I need to call my drunken friend. Is there a lifeline?
If you have any drunk friends, we'll
Yeah.
allow it. We'll
so
allow it.
so what do you think? Are you tapping out?
I'm tapping out on this one.
All right. So this one is taking it like a champ. So taking it like a champ.
Take it like a shot.
Yeah. So taking it like a champ. So here is the second
Those
one.
are a lot of- So that was
So
get
what
easier.
do you think that one says?
Getting stuffed? Getting stuffed?
Oh,
There you go.
what was it?
Getting stuffed? No.
Yes,
getting
getting
stuff.
stuffed. The
There
hints
you
are
go.
inside a turkey, and then it says, "Who knew Thanksgiving had so many double meanings?" So getting stuffed. All right, awesome.
All right.
That one was a little tough because there's a lot of syllables in that one.
So we're gonna do one more. So let
And
me.
this one's pretty
let me
easy,
get this
too.
up. So was that the last one?
No, you got this one.
I know. I'm just trying to figure out what this thing's doing. All right. So let me stop share on that, and then I'll get the last one going because for some reason it will not scroll over. So let me close.
Julie
that
had
out.
the card like sitting like here. Actually, didn't see the answer.
All right. So there's that, and then we're gonna screen share that one. So what do you think this last one is?
Snuff it up, bitch. Nothing. Son of a bitch.
There you go. I was about to
Yes,
give my own
son
hint.
of
What
a
did you do? You
bitch.
stomp your toe.
Yeah. And it's
Son of a bitch.
it's offspring. I guess a son of a bitch, offspring.
Is the offspring.
Yeah, and then it says a great way to express physical pain. All
yeah,
right, cool.
like when you stomp your toe.
So you went 2 for
Son of
1.
a
Not too
bitch.
bad. Not too bad. So
The first one got me.
for
You know, considering that like I don't typically like I'm not like a drinker, so like I don't do
Yeah.
drunk talk. I'm like,
yeah, you did pretty good. And Splakey said maybe I need to be high for this. And he was like, what? How is that like a champ? And that's the thing. So for anybody who enjoyed watching this, make sure you tune into the HHPod Rumble June 9th, 8:00 p.m. right here on YouTube Live. 34 more guests that are still yet to be announced. We're still actually racking up guests to take part in that. So we end our Ode to Humanity segment, keyword humanity, with Cards
Let's go.
Against Humanity. So you obviously know what Cards Against
I
Humanity
do,
is. All right. So we obviously can't have a deck of cards in front of you. So
obviously.
the way we play it on the show is Cards Against Humanity roulette. So
Okay.
what we're going to do is we're going to read off the black face card.
All
And then
right.
an option between 1 and 6 to randomly choose a number which you think will be a lucky number to answer that card. If you don't like that answer, you get 2 rebuttals.
Okay.
So the first one, I'm going to go ahead and read the first one. The first one is, what did the U.S. airdrop to the children of Afghanistan? 1 through 6.
3.
3. All right.
2, 3,
So 3. All right. So this one is kind of an easier one and not that severe. What did the U.S. airdrop to the children of Afghanistan? Well, the villain of Aladdin, that would be Jafar. They airdropped Jafar. So would you like to use a rebuttal?
I would.
Okay. So what number do you want now? 1 through 5?
I'm gonna do 4.
4. All right. So 4.
The children?
The children. Yeah.
Children, Ray. Children.
What did the U.S. airdrop to the children of Afghanistan? Glory holes. So you want to stick with that, or do you want to use your last rebuttal?
Nope, we're sticking with it.
We're going to hold with that. So those other 4 cards are going to go back in for next week. So, Matt, do you want to read the second one?
Sure. What is this? It's like a horror thing?
Yes.
Okay, so it lurks in the night, hungers for flesh. This summer, no one is safe from blank.
1 through 6.
Let's go with number 1.
All right.
That's actually pretty good. It lurks in the night. It hungers for flesh. This summer, no one is safe from a murder most foul.
All right. So you
so typical storyline right there.
Yeah. Like it makes too much sense. Do
It
you
makes too
want to
much
stick
sense.
with that?
Cuddling. That just was too
All
much
right. So
time.
1 through 5.
To number 5.
Number 5.
I can't count. Okay. It lurks in the night and it hungers for flesh. This summer, no one is safe from a Native American who solves crimes by going into the spirit world.
Winner.
That was pretty fucking dope. I would watch the shit out of that.
This one and this one were the ones that were like, dope.
No, we're not even going to mention those. But a Native American
Yeah.
solving crimes to this fucking
Yeah.
spirit world.
And I would have got away with it too if it weren't for your Native American that goes into the spirit world.
Imagine that. Son of a bitch, you went to the spirit. That's cheating, man.
You can't go back and talk to my grandma like that. Damn.
Damn. Just, he was very disturbing as a child. I knew it.
And Angel, that will conclude our Ode to Humanity segment. Thank you for taking part in that. Normally, like a lot of times, like, you know, we don't have this issue much, but if we have a guest where like they're not really too talkative, a lot of times that game is what breaks the ice. It's just kind of like, all right, we were kind of normal the first half, but now these games are kind of going to get things rolling. And there was a segment that we had been doing. And I know a gentleman who's in a wheelchair and he cooks all this weird shit all the time. And it was called, What the Fuck Is This Food? And we would show the food and then we would ask, would you eat it? So he went on a hiatus from making food, but then he recently started tagging me in posts for the food. So now What the Fuck Is That Food with Ray C. Hawkins is back. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and get this ready. And it's 2 images, and then you're going to try to guess what this is, and then you're going to name it and tell us if you would eat it. So,
Oh God. Okay.
here it is right here. This is what it is. So, and he never ever posts what it actually is. So, that is
that
what.
Oh, look at this.
Filter? Like,
I don't know. I
It
feel like
looks-
that's something you drop a baby off in like somebody's front porch in. Like, what
like a
is-
bassinet.
Yes,
Like
a
a
bassinet.
bassinet.
that looks like something that my dog puked up.
Yeah. It looks like that, like right there could be chicken.
Could be fried.
Is that chicken or is that a potato on top? And
Yeah.
is it like some cheese sauce?
Yeah, like maybe bacon, whatever.
It's
Like,
melted
some, like
cheese on top of an egg.
yeah. Now there is
Is it chicken?
another.
I don't know.
There is another image. So there is a before image, which
then-
kind of gives us a little bit
Okay,
of what
so
might
it's
be going on here.
What the fuck is that?
it's
Okay,
definitely
I can see it's an egg.
So there's definitely an egg, but
Maybe
we have
that's like a tortilla with like, you know, crispy cheese on it.
yeah,
Could
like
be.
that's the thing. It's like we have no idea what is going on.
it could be
underneath
just
that.
a fucking Dorito with an egg.
Oh
on it.
my God, I was just about to say it looks like a Dorito chip that got soggy and
Yeah.
then like
It's a Pringle. That's what it is. But how did like it looks so small from the first one? Like I mean,
it
that's the thing.
does.
Like obviously you can see like the egg blew up. Like that's the thing. Like that's a lot of egg for just one egg. Like there's that, And then there's that. So
right? You're like, how did that turn into that?
yeah, like, and I mean that's the thing. So now if you were to name this dish, what would you name this?
Oh my God. Let's see, probably sunny side down.
Sunny side down.
I like that.
I like that. Matt, what about you? What would
I
you
don't
name
know.
it?
I can't beat that one. That's pretty good.
I feel like this is the non-dick omelet. Like if I lose my manhood and make an omelet, it would look like this.
That is
because
what
I would not
that
know
is what the clerk at the gas station.
I was just gonna say, damn, we know where it went.
Now, here's the real question. So, of course, there's the before. Here's the after right here.
I don't know what
so,
it is.
Would you eat that?
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't look necessarily disgusting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I would.
I think I would.
I
It looks
don't
kind of crispy and cheesy and like maybe has a soggy Dorito for a surprise.
Like, I mean, that's the thing. Like, knowing what we know now from the first photo and the fact that it's egg, I like egg. So
Same.
definitely eat the egg. But whatever's going on underneath that, like, I don't
That's
know what
my
the-
concern too.
Yeah. So
I
but-
eat it.
Okay, so the sunny side down. I like that. The sunny side down, and Angel would eat it. So that is our what the fuck is that food segment, which we have a couple of weeks. Actually, I think it's been like over a month, maybe a month and a half since we've done one of those. He has a lot of gems. There's a couple more that we're going to do. So stay tuned over the next couple of weeks. We're going to be doing a couple of more. And Angel, have you of course we're coming up on time relatively soon. We're gonna let you get out of here soon. Have you had any porn related injuries?
Multiple. You'd be shocked, but yes. Let's see. Just to name a few, because there's like I need like probably 5 other sets of hands. So let's see. I was on set one time, and they typically kind of like make you leave your high heels on. Even if you're on like a cushy surface. I had gotten up onto the bed and my ankle just was like gone, done. It like I was like, I can't stand up right now. I had actually dislocated my ankle. But I still finished my scene like a champ. Nobody even knew this.
Like a
It's the
champ.
first time anyone's ever gonna hear of this. I have actually been with a male talent who was, very well endowed, and insides ended up actually getting extraordinarily like moved around and very hurt. I couldn't shoot for like 2 weeks. I have been happy juice shot in my eye so hard that I couldn't open my eye or see out of it for an hour. I've ended up with lockjaw on set.
It's like a super soaker.
Yeah, and then one guy actually had slipped and fallen, kind of like not necessarily slipped and fell, but like he kind of did. And then like I happened to be in front of him, and the way he came at me, he punched me right in the tit.
Oh,
And I mean like full force, just punched in the tit. And my first reaction was, first off, who falls with a closed fist? Okay.
yeah.
Like, and second off, you had some airbags right in front of you and you chose to punch them.
You chose to punch him, you bastard.
It's just
So,
like
that hurt. Right, the appropriate way to fall. Damn it. Okay.
That was gonna be my next question, actually. Like, instead of you getting hurt, have you ever hurt anyone by enormous boobs that you have?
Yes, I have actually. I have I used to have a sub who would want to get knocked out with them.
Whoa. Whoa.
Yes.
How does one get knocked out by two?
Oh, I can imagine. You don't need to explain it. I can imagine.
Matt's
He's
like,
like,
I've already imagined
here.
this time.
I've already.
It's a challenge, but it's a doable challenge when you have heavy knockers. So
Yeah.
All right.
All right. We're gonna have to cut the podcast short. Like,
Angel, thank you so much for being on the Happy Hour
thanks for
podcast.
having me.
We hope you enjoyed yourself. Where can everybody at home watching this or listening to this at home, where can they find you?
AngelDeLucaFans.com.
Awesome. Easy
It
enough.
literally gives you everything of me. You don't have to go searching everywhere. It's all there.
Awesome. And Angel, what we're going to go ahead and end our YouTube live feed. Would you be able to hang out for 1 minute once we're done? Awesome. So we're going to be right back here on YouTube live this coming Friday. Our guest is adult film star, male porn star, Reese Rideout. He will be joining us right here on the show. That's going to be 7:30 p.m. start time. He's going to probably be joining us around 8 o'clock or so. Make sure you subscribe, click either right here on the left or right here on the right, wherever it is.
Somewhere
on the
on
bottom
there.
of the screen, make sure you click the subscribe, and you will get access to all of our content and, be able to join us right here on the live feed. So, of course, for Ray, for Matt, and of course for Angel, this has been the Happy Hour podcast, and we will see all of you next week. All right. So we are done on YouTube live, and then let me just go ahead and hit